Coming up, we discuss new food offerings coming to the International Festival of the Holidays at Epcot. Luxo Jr. comes to Pixar Pier in California. We start spreading some theme park rumors. And in the main segment, we describe what our versions of Disney Hell would look like. All that and more on this episode of WDW Opinion. Cue the music.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
This is the podcast where two friends, Connor,
You are a child's plaything!
and Hank,
You are a sad, strange little man, and have my pity.
share their opinions, tips, and stories about anything and everything at Walt Disney World.
Trust me, what could go wrong?
Get ready, because this is WDW Opinion.
We're in the tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Hello and welcome to episode number 18 of WDW Opinion, the podcast where friends talk Disney. We share our Disney World opinions, and then you share yours. Let us know what your Disney World opinions are. Follow us on social media at WDW Opinion to share your thoughts with us. And visit WDWopinion.com to check out our blog posts on all things Disney and to see what we're up to in between episodes. I am your host, Connor Brown, and I am joined by my co-host and Disney partner in crime, Mr. Hank Molsky. Hank, we are almost T-minus 7 days until we meet in Orlando. What's your excitement level?
Oh, God. 18 for episode 18. Our podcast can vote now and buy cigarettes.
What? Oh, yes. Good point. 18, age.
Can't
the
drink
age of
yet, though.
consent. In some states.
Can't drink yet, though.
No. Soon enough. Yes.
Yeah, 18 out of 10 on excitement.
We are headed to the House of the Mouse come next week by the time you hear this episode. Very excited. We're staying at Pop Century. We're staying at Coronado Springs one night. We're doing 2 parks each day, and then we're also throwing in a Universal Day. So we'll come back with plenty of content.
Food and wine as well. We're going to do the Robert Mondavi wine tasting.
Oh, yes. Robert Mondavi Jr., I believe.
Junior, yes.
Or maybe the
of
third.
course. Mondavi family estate. My mistake, sir.
Yes, you uncultured swine, you.
Mr. Mondavi is my father.
A lot
Sorry,
of
Rob.
awesome stuff I'm looking forward to seeing. A lot of awesome stuff I'm looking forward to experiencing with our friends that we're going with. We have some cool ideas we were just workshopping before we went on air here. So stick around for plenty of stuff. And like I said at the beginning, do follow us on social media at WDW Opinion on Instagram and Twitter, WDW Opinion on Facebook. We're going to be posting a lot of stuff as we're in the parks. We might even go live. Who knows?
Oh, hey, I like that.
We'll see. We'll see.
I do enjoy watching some of our followers then, when they go live. It's exciting to interact, with your favorite people when they go live.
Yeah. I think that would be the first time they would actually put faces to the voices. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
It will be even worse when we can't edit out all the crap that we can't come up with on a quick note. I'm stuttering right now. Cut this, Connor. Cut this.
Okay. I won't remember, but all right. I barely listen when I edit. I just kind of push publish and hope nothing bad happens. But we'll see. But yes, we are looking forward to it, but that's in a week from now. Because right now, what we need to focus on is News to Opinion. This is our weekly segment where we each pick a Disney news story from the past week to discuss and share our thoughts and opinions on. My Disney news story of the week, Disney announces food offerings for their International Festival of the Holidays 2018 at Epcot. Running from November 18th through December 30th, 2018, the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays celebrates holidays around the world and around World Showcase. Festivities include the ever-popular candlelight processional, as well as festive decorations and unforgettable entertainment. But the big news, of course, is the 12 holiday kitchens announced for this year's festival. So in years past, this has only been going on for a couple years, especially with the food booths, which, spoiler alert, are just booths from either Food and Wine or or Flower and Garden repurposed. But they do have a couple of new food booths this year, including the L'Chaim Holiday Kitchen, featuring traditional Jewish dishes such as pastrami on rye, chicken and matzo ball soup, and egg cream, like the 50s, and more. First off, those two things at the beginning, pastrami on rye, chicken and matzo ball soup, sold.
Yeah, they look great in the picture. Connor, I'm looking at this picture, and I hate when people just describe food on a podcast, but here we are.
Go ahead and do it.
This marble and rye with the pastrami, the marbled rye and pastrami, it looks actually like I don't want it to look that clean. It's like this perfectly rolled up piece of pastrami. When have you ever seen pastrami that's not just like a hot gob of mess?
Oh, I need it to be messy.
Not a greasy sandwich at all in this picture. Perfectly cut bread. It's not even like bent over the edges. It looks like it's like sitting on top of a golf ball.
It's too perfect.
It's too perfect. I want I want that thing to be messy.
Do you think that was the last marble rye?
I'm sure it'll be great.
Oh, yeah. And matzo ball soup. I love chicken matzo ball soup. So I think that'll be a welcome addition to it. But you can't celebrate the holidays without cookies, right? According to the Disney Parks blogs, you won't want to miss out on an official holiday cookie stroll. Purchase any 5 cookies from any of the official cookie stroll locations noted in your festival passport, and make sure to collect a matching stamp for each cookie purchased.
Okay, all right.
Once you
when you said cookie, I was kind of falling asleep there for a minute, but my ears perked up when you said
Stamps for your cookies. Once you've collected 5 stamps, bring the stamped passport to Holiday Sweets and Treats for a complimentary completer cookie. That's 6 cookies. Oh my God, 6 cookies for the low price of 5 cookies.
What a bargain.
You can also bring back your stamped passport to Epcot at any time during the festival to complete your stroll. So you don't have to be a complete pig. You don't have to eat 5 cookies in one sitting. You can, but you don't have to. Just want to run down a couple more of the kitchens being offered. The Bavarian Holiday Kitchen in Germany will have potato dumplings with mushroom sauce. Kid approved, in case you're wondering. Sauerbraten, red cabbage and spätzle. Cheese fondue and a bread bowl. Black Forest roulade with cherry whipped cream. And then the sugar cookie, peppermint sugar cookie. American Holiday Table has things like slow roasted turkey and stuffing, hand-carved ham, pecan tart. We also have the Yukon Holiday Kitchen in Canada, some salmon, traditional French-Canadian tortrine. I can never pronounce that. With Canadian ketchup. Now, when you hear Canadian ketchup, what do you think?
I don't think I'm familiar with this joke. What is it, like moose blood?
Oh, God. Well, I guess that's it. I didn't have a joke. I was just wondering.
All right, I guess I made it up.
Moose blood. Festival of Three Kings has a lot of stuff that I can't really pronounce.
What's up with the Near Canada booth being like 6 items away on the list from the Canada booth? On this list. Near Canada.
Near Canada.
Skip to the bottom of the list.
I'll tell you what, the L'Chaim is coming in hot. Looks like my favorite right now.
I'm looking at that dish that's the
Near Canada,
the Near Canada booth.
Wait a second. And they have a black and white cookie at the L'Chaim Holiday Kitchen. So they have a knish, pastrami on rye, on marble rye, and a black and white cookie. That's like 3 Seinfeld great episodes right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I do like this event just because, any event at Epcot is going to be cool. This is next to Festival of the Arts food-wise. I think this is the most forced, right? Like, this was something where they had all these holiday events, Candlelight Processional. They had, the Santa Clauses of the countries doing their telling of the country's holiday traditions around the World Showcase. But once they added these food booths, I do think it enhanced it, but it also at the same time just seemed a little forced. Like it can't be an Epcot festival without a bunch of food stalls.
Yes, exactly.
But at least they have a lot of different things that you won't find during Food and Wine or Flower and Garden, which there's a lot of overlap sometimes.
If only it were in January and a little bit cooler. I feel like you get that actually cold weather that a lot of this food pairs with a little bit better than December. But, still holiday.
Definitely, towards the end of December, it's going to get pretty cold. I mean, it gets cold in Florida for sure. But the closer you are to January, more cold it's going to get. But then again, you also have to deal with the holiday crowds and whatnot at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then this is also the type of that thing where they're trying to tie over and get you into the next season, and then it's marathon season in January. They're filling out the calendar.
They are filling it out, making it robust. So celebrate the holidays at Epcot with the International Festival of the Holidays. Hank, what's your news story of the week?
Oh, we're going to go out to the West Coast, Connor. Today, the Luxo Jr. animatronic has arrived at Pixar Pier in Disney's California Adventure.
Hot dog.
Yeah, it's back. Disney World fans will be familiar with this one because he made a brief appearance at Hollywood Studios. But this is from WDW News Today. Jump for joy. Pixar fans, at long last, Luxo Jr. has made his debut at the entrance to Pixar Pier at Disney California Adventure. The lamp, best known for its appearance at the beginning of every Pixar film, wasn't ready when Pixar Pier opened back in June. Interesting. Now, 4 months later, Luxo Jr. is ready to welcome his guests to the area and perhaps beckon them to the nearby Lamplight Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
He just sits on top of the Pixar Pier entryway name, the gate into that part of the park, and I think it's absolutely perfect. I mean, how cool is that? What a good piece of homage to the origin of Pixar.
So Luxo, in Hollywood Studios, when Midway Mania opened and Pixar Place opened, he came out sporadically. He wasn't always out. A door would open. True. He would hop out like he hops out at the beginning of every Pixar movie, did a little routine. You could hear him squeak and stuff, and then he would go back in. And that was kind of like a, what would you call it? It was almost like a cuckoo clock, right? It doesn't happen consistently. Yeah. It doesn't happen continuously. It's just boom, 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 and then it's over. But here it seems like he's just going to be there the entire time.
He's got to be ready for the elements. Not that the elements in Southern California are particularly harsh.
But I would assume that he would be not moving continuously, right?
He sits still for an awful long time, I noticed in some of the videos that I was looking at.
Yeah.
Turns his head a little bit here and there, but I think that's fine. That's what it should be. I don't think that an animatronic to an entryway to a park should be constantly moving.
Right. That would be cool, though. I will say that.
It's cool. I like that. It's awesome. I love how, that whole area is just really thoughtfully done. It's been long overdue for Pixar to really have its own dedicated space in a Disney park. Albeit retrofitted, I think that Pixar Pier does really have a nice feel to it. It feels very complete. Not that we've been there, but from everything that we've seen. And just the way that sign welcomes everyone in. You've got Luxo on the top. When you're leaving, it says Adventure is out there from up on the back. It's just cool. I like the cohesiveness of the Pixar message in that part of the park.
And then this is something that just makes Disney stand out from the rest, right? If you go to other theme parks, they're going to make you go through the queue, go through the line, go through the ride until you see their big, spectacular things. And Disney does that for sure, but where Disney sets itself apart is in the theming outside of the rides, outside of the experiences, having Luxo outside a land greeting you, theming the land itself to every Pixar movie you've seen, having subtle nods here and there, those details are what set Disney parks out from the rest.
All right, there's a GIF running on my screen right now, Connor, of Luxo just like going back and forth and nodding at everyone. I'm just mesmerized.
I need to see it live.
Might have to cancel the rest of the show just so I can watch this.
That's fine. If you need a little load time to watch, we're here for
Luxo
you.
just turn his head.
Oh, God. Today's middle segment is Start a Rumor. This is a segment where, as the name implies, we start a rumor. We start a rumor of something cool we think should come to the parks. Our hope is that our fabricated rumors build enough traction to eventually reach someone in a position that can actually make it happen. Here we are playing Armchair Imagineer. Now, a disclaimer before we start. These are totally fabricated rumors. We know nothing. In fact, we probably know less than nothing, if that's possible. These are just ideas we made up that we think would be cool if it came to the parks. With all that said, let's get into it. Hank, heard any rumors lately?
Connor Brown, I'm going to punt to you. I had one on the tip of my tongue, but I'm going to just give it to you now. You're going to go with your rumor first.
You're such a loser.
I'm not confident in my rumor. I chickened out. I didn't think it was good enough.
Why do you think that You think that I don't put you first on purpose? I clearly don't have a rumor yet either. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, here we are.
No, I have one.
Right.
I do have one.
Skip to the next segment, folks.
No.
I have one.
No,
I
have
don't
one.
feel good about it. Yours always go.
No, I'll go first. Hank, we talked about it in my news story. Epcot is constantly in a festival, it seems, whether it's Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts, International Festival of the Holidays. They're always in some sort of festival, and it seems like they always revolve around food nowadays as well. Long gone are the days of the food and wine booths, staying for a couple of months, then camping out back behind the Epcot gates. Nope, they're almost permanent additions to these places. Well, there has to be a couple weekends throughout the year, probably through the summer, where these are not utilized at all, correct? There's no festival actually going on then. But I heard a little rumor.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
We're getting another food festival.
Okay.
We have Festival of the Masters, right? It's all about it's called Festival of the Arts. When it first took place, it was Festival of the Masters in downtown Disney. This kind of plays off of that. But all of these celebrity chefs love opening up restaurants in Disney World, right?
Okay.
In Disney Springs especially. We've got Art Smith, Homecoming, Masahiro Morimoto with Morimoto Asia. We have Rick Bayless of Frontera Cucina. We have, what's the gentleman from the Italian place? What is the Italian place called?
Pass. It's Cusinova.
What?
Is that what it is? No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Nope.
We have the legendary Guy Fieri.
That's all I was really waiting for you to say.
Chicken Guy, baby.
I was just thinking, guy, say it.
We have Wolfgang Puck is going to be bringing his restaurant back. We also have Jose Andres is coming with his restaurant. A whole host of others, celebrity chefs. Well, now we have Festival of the Culinary Masters coming to Epcot. That's just a little rumor I heard. That's just a little rumor.
Tony Maltano,
I heard.
That's his name.
Tony Maltano, that's right. And his restaurant at Disney Springs is now called
Terralina. That's what it is. I didn't even Google that. I just pulled that one out.
formerly Portobello.
What do I think? Cusinova. I think that's Latin for kitchen.
Okay, well, Cat Cora used to have Cuisina on the boardwalk.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, there's a lot of celebrity chefs. They're coming to a festival in this rumor I just completely made up. And they're each going to have their own stall. You're going to get donkey sauce from Guy Fieri. Maybe some chicken, something like that.
He's
Flavor
going to
Town.
rub food all over your face.
Oh, yeah. We've got Jose Andres bringing Spanish-style tapas.
I like this.
Art Smith has a little fried chicken stall, And the best part about this, you actually get to vote for your favorite food once you leave the park. Actually, you get to vote in the My Disney Experience app. Once you eat something, you get to take a picture of it, review it, and then hit rate 1 to 10. Top food item in the festival is crowned Master of the Culinary Arts.
I love that. Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to go to the park that day?
Oh, this is actually, you have to take out a third mortgage on your house.
Wow.
Second
That's
to
incredible.
get down
That's not that bad.
Third,
not that bad.
Third to go. Not that bad.
Pretty nice price.
Pretty good. So, the Festival of the Culinary Masters coming to Epcot not actually coming to it because it's a rumor I just completely fabricated and made up, but maybe one day it actually might occur. So that's what I'm hearing, Hank. What are you hearing?
I feel pretty good. Okay, Connor, listen. Fort Wilderness, not Fort Wilderness. Yeah, they are. That's what the new DVC property is an expansion of, right? It's like the Fort Wilderness, the villas at Fort Wilderness, or what have you, was announced just last week. We had a lengthy segment on our thoughts on that area over there and about how it's built into the terrain. Mm-hmm. Disney also soft-loaded a little idea, a little contest earlier this year for something that I hear is going to have a much more prominent rollout in one of the parks, and it'll only cost you an arm and a leg. Oh. Connor, what I'm talking about is the craze that's sweeping the nation, folks. Glamping.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fidget spinners. Okay, all right, go on.
Glamping, which is, I did not make this word up. It's a totally made-up word. I did not make this word. Glamping is glamorous camping. And Disney held a contest earlier this year for a glamping experience inside Pandora, the world of Avatar, where 2 lucky fans won the opportunity to spend the night in a glamorous tent inside of Animal Kingdom. So, Connor, the rumor I'm hearing, hot rollout. They're going to glamp all over Animal Kingdom at night. They're going to roll these things out. Several dozen will be available at first. You could see an even bigger rollout. Some parts safely contained, even out on the savannah of the Harambe Nature Reserve. Glamping is going to be a thing at Animal Kingdom now, where you can spend the night overnight in the park with several dozen of your closest family friends. That's what I'm hearing. Totally made up.
That's cool. I like that made up rumor that you've been hearing. I will say this much. The kind of glamping I prefer is the glamping inside of a hotel room. Are you familiar with that? Because even though these tents are a little nicer than the tents you could buy at Dick's Sporting Goods, and you might have, an elevated bed or maybe a Posturepedic mattress, if you will, there's still no air conditioning, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when you said hot rumor, the only thing I thought of was it's going to physically be very, very hot.
Well, if you like hot rumors, Connor, let's transition to the next segment.
No, not yet.
No,
I will say, I've never understood camping at Fort Wilderness if you were on a vacation. If you like camping, that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean in an RV. I mean, like, you can actually get a campsite, put up a tent, but could you imagine going to the parks, then going to Fort Wilderness and sleeping in a tent? More power to the people that actually can do that, because I certainly cannot.
I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, that's another thing that I don't spend much time thinking about camping at Fort Wilderness Lodge now, or Fort Wilderness Lodge at Fort Wilderness. But now that I'm thinking about it, there's lots of problems in my head. I'm dirty. I'm tired. I'm going to go back and sleep outside. Oh boy, there's lots of things. Are there gators that just walk up in the middle of your campsite?
Oh, there's a lot of things. Other tourists.
Are there tourists? There we go.
Other tourists.
Are there tourists that just walk through the campsite? That's even more terrifying than the gators.
Even worse. Hey, what parks did you guys please get out of my campsite?
Where's the food court? Oh, dear God.
Oh, God. There's angry tourists out there. Dad, Do I feed them? No, God, no. Don't feed the tourists. I will say
bear traps on the trash cans are also tourist
tourist proof. I will say staying in a cabin at Fort Wilderness has always been on my Disney bucket list.
Are those air conditioned? They look very nice.
Oh yeah. They're full on,
You just got me thinking now. Is stuff not going to be air conditioned?
No, those are air conditioned. They have all the amenities you want. Those are
Great.
Those are awesome. Well, I like those two rumors. One, another food festival come to Epcot. The other, you get to sleep in a puddle of your own sweat in Animal Kingdom. A Disney World vacation is magical, fun, and sometimes even awe-inspiring. It can elicit all sorts of incredible emotions, and the end of a trip only leaves you wanting more. But we'd be lying if we didn't say there were some unmagical parts about Disney trips. Whether it's certain attractions, shows, character interactions, or even restaurants or food items, some things you want to avoid like the plague during your Disney trip. As we record this episode, it is Halloween night, which got us thinking about some spooky things, and the underworld in particular. What might that look like for us Disney fans? God forbid we do ever go there, but if we do, what would the Disney underworld look like? What experiences would we have to relive over and over and over again? And what Disney things would be pure torture for us to experience? This week we're going to hell, and not the one you experience in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. No, we're on our way to Disney Hell. So Hank, do you want to explain to our loyal and devoted listener base about the premise behind this segment and where you thought of it?
Oh, you go to hell with me.
Oh.
Connor, this is very lowbrow entertainment, but I got the idea. Obviously, it's Spooktober, so we're in the spooky mindset. But was watching the NBC sitcom The Good Place, and in The Good Place, there is a good place and there is a bad place. And often, I found myself watching the show thinking, oh man, it would be so fun to be a writer on this show and make up the stuff where it's like, oh, they're lost down between IKEA during the holiday season and I can't remember the other place of hell, but stuff like that. And I thought, you know what? Connor and I can do that. We can write a little Disney hell. And so here we are.
What's cool about The Good Place, and we do recommend that show, is the way it portrays the bad place isn't, just being totally tortured and mutilated or what have you, like our normal preconceived notions of what hell is. No, it's putting you in situations that you truly, truly hate and making you do it for all of eternity. So let's say, as an example, you have a fear of commitment. Then when you go to the bad place, all you are put in is situations where you have to commit to something and you have to do it. And that literally is the biggest torture in the world. So that's kind of the premise here. It's, yes, we're Disney fans, but we also don't like certain aspects of Disney. So if we were to go to the bad place, if you will, what Disney things would we have to relive over and over and over again as a form of torture because of the bad things we did here on Earth? Yeah. So Hank and I talked about this, and then we both wrote out what we were thinking, and we took two completely different routes for it.
I love the ways these went,
which I think is cool. So Hank, do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Oh boy, I guess I should probably receive this half since I punted in the first half.
Yeah, take that.
Okay, so Connor, the way that I see the bad place being for myself after a terrible life on Earth is Yeah, I thought I lived a pretty good life, but you know what? All of a sudden, I found myself in the bad place.
You punted one too many kittens.
Yeah, I did. Swung one too many dead cats. But
You weren't dead when you swung them.
kind of the deceiving thing about mine is, you're showing up to the Magic Kingdom in this bad place.
Well, this doesn't look very bad at all.
Don't worry, Hell has made some adjustments for your visiting pleasure. So the first question when you're getting to Magic Kingdom for me is what's the transport going to be like? All right, I'm in. This Hell's not too bad. It's the monorail too. That's great. But holy crap, Connor, as I'm on my way to the Magic Kingdom, I realize this thing stops every 15 feet for 15-minute break. I think I'm going to be late.
That is truly, truly horrific.
It just stops, and you just sit there on the track. And I think about back to the times on Earth where I've sat on that track. It's the worst time in the world, and it does it multiple times on the way to the park.
Somehow it seems like every time you stop, you quote-unquote break down, somehow the AC is going down too.
Yeah.
It just seems
don't
to get
worry,
hot.
Connor.
Oh,
and see,
okay.
a lot of these things I try to make sure that it's, obviously it's going to be raining, or,
Yes.
it looks like it's going to be a nice day. I skipped over all that stuff.
Right.
Obviously, there's going to be huge lines for everything, but it's the little details in here that really make this place special, that Hell really went the extra mile for.
Oh, good.
So, good news.
Mm-hmm.
Like any other park is going to open at 9 a.m., just like it normally would. Oh, but wait, hang on. We're running just a few minutes behind today, folks. Every day for all of eternity.
Oh, no.
So it's always just going to open just a few minutes late, folks.
So even if I got there early for rope drop, I get screwed.
Oh, no, you get to wait there, and you don't get to hear the music go on. It's probably going to be about like 9:16, where it's not going to be on a round number either. So it's not like, don't worry, it'll happen at 9:15. Crap. 9:17. You weren't even ready for it. But Connor, I kind of skipped on your way up Main Street. At least Main Street will be fine in Hell, right? Wrong. Everyone is taller than you.
Oh,
And
no.
we've also tripled the number of photographers that are going to stop and ask you to take a picture on the way. So it'll only take, maybe an hour to get up there, and you probably won't be able to see the castle with the everyone being taller than you.
And isn't it true once you do say, okay, fine, you can take my picture, their camera just stops working? Yeah. And he's like, wait a second, I got to change the batteries. Oh, my gosh.
And they actually don't take your photo. They're all just the staged ones where you hold out your hand for Tinkerbell.
Ugh. Barf.
And the smells that waft through Main Street? They went ahead and just got your favorite smell, which is, of all of Disney World, the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh,
wafting through the
gosh.
streets just to get you in the Disney spirit as you make your way up Main Street. Who needs the food smells? So, Connor, and of course, how could I forget? The castle, Hell has done us a huge favor and brought back an all-time classic and favorite.
Don't you?
It's the
don't
25th
you.
anniversary
No.
birthday cake. Every day for all of eternity. Every time you go back. You don't need to see the Cinderella castle anymore. This is where you're going to spend the rest of eternity.
If you don't know what the birthday cake is,
Just
just
Google
type
that.
in Cinderella Castle birthday cake to Google, and you'll see the atrocity that was performed in 1996. For a full year, mind you. Almost as bad as when Stitch took over the castle as well.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
But this one's pretty freaking awful too.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. Look at that, because that's what you're going to experience every day in my hell.
The hell that I've crafted.
I might as well just be Satan. Maybe I should just talk about it as Satan for the rest of this. So we're going to take you over through Adventureland next. That's where we're going to start our journey through the park. Great news, though. Everything in Adventureland, Connor, is under new management.
No.
By Iago and Zazu. Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Enchanted Tiki Room, all of it. All under new management.
If you don't know this, Enchanted Tiki Room was Enchanted Tiki Room forever, and then one day it closed and it reopened as Enchanted Tiki Room under new management, and the two birds hosting it were Zazu from Lion King and Iago from Aladdin, and it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare of a show, and people hated it. So now these two birds are hosting every single attraction in Adventureland. Is that what you're telling me, Hank?
Everything's under new management. Yes, they're gonna co-author, co-narrate. They're gonna do the Jungle Cruise, obviously Tiki Room, because everyone on Earth loved that.
You want to know something? You're a sick man.
Everything's under new management. Just a few other little notes about the area. I know everyone loves when the Dole Whip is all melted at the bottom of the bowl, so we're just going to give it to you fully melted.
Oh, interesting.
Obviously, it's hell.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you can't have ice cream.
No.
But Pirates, it's going to be bumper to bumper the whole way through the ride. Splash Mountain. You know what, Connor? We found that people thought on Earth that there was too much going on in Splash Mountain, so every animatronic is just going to be down for maintenance forever.
Oh gosh,
Splash Mountain, because people really like it when they're not moving. So we did everyone a favor there.
I thought you were going to say it was going to follow Song of the South more coherently.
Oh God! Oh boy!
Oh God, I can't deal with this.
That's coming out of the vault, folks. Only for hell. Actually, that's where the vault is.
That's
Welcome.
where the vault is. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for the addition, Co-Satan. We'll make sure to pass that on to upper management and get that implemented.
Oh, nice.
As far as I wanted to make sure that we spun through Big Thunder Mountain. Lots of things that we heard from people that they wanted to hear improved. So the lift hill is going to be louder.
Good.
It's going to be a little bit hotter in the queue because it's a little too cold in the summertime, and really, really tighten the lap bar in that because people love that.
Yes.
As we move over to Haunted Mansion. Let's just jump over there. It's spooky since it's already in hell a little bit, but we're just gonna make it jump scares the entire time. We're gonna scare the living daylights out of you all the way. All the jump scares are actually gonna be timed right. We're gonna make it nice for you, but they're always gonna be different. So you're always gonna be scared on that. So enjoy that. We also heard that a lot of people loved the Hall of Presidents, so it's twice as long now.
Oh, no.
So that's great. Want to make sure that's twice as long. A lot of feedback about the length of rides in this area of the park over here. So as we walk through Fantasyland, which also, everyone complains about the flow of traffic in there.
Yeah. So
we figured if you tighten the flow, it should flow faster.
Yeah.
All the walkways have been narrowed. So,
like when you have a hose and you turn it on its smallest, it just shoots right out.
Exactly. So we've narrowed everything. Yeah, we're on it in hell.
Good. That's actually, hopefully we can have that up here in the good place.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in Fantasyland, we just wanted to work with the length of rides to make sure people were happier. Mm-hmm. So we went with Peter Pan, got to be shorter.
Yes.
People, way too long of a ride.
Oh my gosh.
So definitely shorter.
I believe it's 90 seconds. So how long is it now?
I think it's like 30 to 45 seconds.
Wow.
Pretty quick. People are going to love it.
Sounds like a step on, step off kind of thing.
Pretty much. Actually, it might just be the moving walkway sometimes.
Oh, that's awful.
And then we are obviously doubling the length of Small World by popular demand.
I have to. You have to.
Bumper to bumper all the way through, just like Pirates. Same principles apply. People love it. And then another tiny bit of minutia of detail here. In PhilharMagic, heard a lot of people that wanted the seat backs to be even lower on their back.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So, and now it stops, right just above your hip line. Because
good,
people didn't like how they came way too far up in their backs as they currently were. So now when you sit down, you'll just fit right in.
And isn't it true every time you go in there, even though the cast member is saying, please come all the way over, do not stop in the middle of the row, there's always a small foreign family that will stop in the middle of the row that you'll have to trip over?
Connor, don't worry about this. We know, we heard that feedback, we responded to the humans on Earth. We're only going to seat, that we're taking out all the seats from the middle to the left, and we're just going to have people go sit by the door.
Oh, I like that actually a lot. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
No
on
problem.
That one.
No problem.
Other area in that area, Seven Dwarves. Definitely needs to be shorter. And we're actually going to promote it. The carts look like they're swinging even more in the promotional video for the park. And they're not going to swing at all because I know people don't like that. Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
and then, of course, be our guest. Listen to this one. Here's a great idea. We're going to start by serving really, really good food.
Nice.
And then we're going to make the food worse, and we're going to do a prefix menu.
Wait a second, Hank. I have some news for you.
Oh, boy.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. I like that idea.
Oh, boy. Sorry, Disney. Connor, any idiot knows what to do in hell for the teacups. We know how to make this better for our guests.
Yeah, you don't have control over the circle. It just keeps spinning and
it just
spinning,
spins faster, right?
Yeah.
That was easy work.
That sounds like a Final Destination video, too.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is Final Destination, sir.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because you get killed at the end of every day in the park, probably. Tomorrowland, losing the silver colors. Don't want that blue futuristic thing. We're going pastel everything, baby. Thought that would look really good for that color of the park.
Purple wall everywhere?
Purple wall, yes. That's exactly what it's inspired by. We start with a purple wall, but then it just goes, a lot more pinks, greens, yellows. Spread that throughout.
Hey, the future is bright. Am I right?
Yeah. Hey, God. I missed that for a second there.
Sorry.
Obviously, lights on in Splash Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Yes, sorry, Space Mountain. Lights on all the time. Everyone loves it that way because it'll always be that way. We got to make Tomorrowland Speedway twice as long.
Yeah.
So, of course.
More fumes.
Yeah,
Small
more fumes.
Hummers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you've been smelling from the front of the park. It runs all over this Tomorrowland, too.
Good.
Totally, you know what? We had to make sure we got rid of the people mover.
Yeah, duh.
Get
Get
hate
out.
that thing.
Get it out of there.
And same thing with the guns on Buzz. Why wouldn't you just want to roll through there and look at the aliens? So, did that.
The joystick doesn't work either. It just moves you automatically. Good.
And then, Stitch's Great Escape will be there. No change there.
Ugh.
And the park closes at 5.
There's always a special ticketed event going on?
No. This is just the way that Animal Kingdom worked, and we heard great feedback on Earth from that, so we wanted to implement the 5 p.m. closure.
That sounds truly horrific. So basically, your hell is going to this awful Magic Kingdom every single day for all of eternity.
Oh, yeah, and that's how everything is.
And experiencing the worst of the worst.
Every day.
Whew. As Disney fans, I gotta say that sounds pretty awful.
Yeah.
But it sounds a lot better than what I thought hell was going to be honest.
You still get to go to Magic Kingdom.
Now, I like what Hank did. He basically took an entire slew of bad ideas and put it into one theme park. And you're destined to be there for the rest of your life. I kind of went a different way. I took the Dante's Inferno approach.
Love this.
Right? So in Dante's Inferno, where you would go in hell depended upon the level of badness you had participated in on the mortal world. So there would be different circles of hell you would be banished to depending on what you did. Circle 1 wouldn't be as bad as Circle 9, for example. Me, I'm going to just do 6 circles of Disney hell, right? So just because we don't want to put you through hell listening to more than 6 circles. See what I did there?
Hey.
All right. Let's start with Circle 1. This is, you weren't necessarily a good person in any means, but you weren't the worst person in the world. You're going to Circle 1, and you, like Hank, you're in the Magic Kingdom. You're just walking through the Magic Kingdom for all the eternity, except every 5 minutes, the back of your ankle gets nudged by a stroller or a wheelchair. Just every 5 minutes. It's
there you go.
It's not crippling. You're not going to fall to the ground. It's just incredibly inconvenient, and it hurts so bad for 1 split second.
And then your reaction every single time. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. My bad. Sorry. You apologize for being in their way for some.
Don't worry about it. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yep. Sorry.
And that's going to happen to you every 5 minutes. Circle two, obviously that's going to happen to you. You know, you're going to hit the back of your heel every 5 minutes, but you also constantly have to interact with the face character, right? And by face character, I mean one that's not in a full suited costume. So things like Mary Poppins, the princesses, my personal least favorite, which would, I guess if I went to this hell that I'm creating, would be the face character I interact with the most, would be the Mad Hatter. For the love of God, I can't stand that. Really what this is I put the things that I would hate and I put them in my hell, because if I had to go through this, it would be awful. It's actually inspiring me to be a better person, because I don't want to go through this. I cannot stand interacting with face characters. I just find it so cringeworthy. But, you know.
Oh, boy, get ready for Galaxy's Edge, my friend.
I know. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to like it, but maybe that might be another circle once it opens. But we're going to go to circle 3, because every night you're going to get to the fireworks early. No matter where it is, you're going to get there early.
I know.
You're going to have a great spot, right? And as soon as the music comes on, you're looking up at the castle. Let's say you're at Magic Kingdom. You're ready for those fireworks. And then, boom, Dad in front of you puts a kid on your shoulders. Can't see anything. Every single night for all of eternity, a child on a father's shoulders barricades your view of the fireworks. Dear God. Awful, awful, awful. Circle 4, somehow you're waiting 40 minutes to ride the People Mover, and even though it's my favorite ride in the entire world, I won't wait 40 minutes for it. But in this instance, in this hell, you're waiting 40 minutes for it, and then as soon as you get to the moving elevated walkway to take you up, you're turned away because the ride is broken down. And then you repeat that scenario for your entire existence.
Oh my God.
40 minutes in the People Mover, get to the front. I'm sorry, we're closed.
Like, or at least we're in a well-themed queue. Wrong.
Not.
You're just standing on a parking lot.
That one's pretty awful.
That's pretty awful. That sounds awful.
Mostly because it's the 40 minutes. It's like, you're just in the corral.
Yeah, you're just like, say like what, Dixon? Oh, God. A popcorn machine or something?
And the worst is people go in front of you. And then they're like, wait, hold on, please. And then those people don't come down. You're like, well, wait a second. They're up there. What are they doing? Sorry, sir. It's broken down. They don't even give you an explanation. You're just turned away.
I see it running.
Circle 5 is pretty awful. You end up having a great day at Magic Kingdom, but you're exhausted. It's midnight. You just want to go back to your resort hotel. And you're in the bus queue. The bus, I don't even know, station to go back to your resort hotel. And you watch an endless stream of buses arrive. Not a single one of them is yours.
Oh my God.
You watch 2 million all-star movies go by you. And you're staying at Wilderness Lodge. And you can't get a bus.
And I'm going to guess, Connor. Well, yeah, you already said it. You've spent the whole day in the park, so you want to shower like crazy.
Want to shower. Everyone around you smells bad.
You've got to, I'm guessing, you've got to go to the bathroom like no other.
And there's a family from the Midwest, I would assume, in front of you. And there, every single time a bus comes, well, gosh, where's our bus? Every single time. This is crazy. And it infuriates you.
Is there a cast member that circles by and tells us not to sit on the railings also?
Yeah. And they're like, excuse me, when's the next? Oh, yeah, he's already gone. He's got his lunchbox. He's on break. Great. Yeah, no one is helpful.
Don't sit on the railings, sir.
No one is helpful. But all of those combined aren't as worse as Circle 6 of this Disney hell I've created in my mad mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because even though you get bumped in the heels by strollers, and even though you have to interact constantly with face characters and have your view blocked by a child on a dad's shoulders, or wait 40 minutes for an incredible ride just to not ride it, and then finally when you're ready to go home, the endless stream of buses won't pick you up. No, none of those Those pale in comparison to what Circle 6 is, and that's going on It's a Small World just once. Riding It's a Small World just once.
You bastard.
Circle 6. That's it.
That's my best friend.
My best friend.
No.
You do that to him. You would do that to him. Hey, I had fun with this, but we know that you, the listener, our listener to WDW Opinion, has your own opinions on what would be in your Disney hell. If you were ever banished to this place, what would be that number one thing that you couldn't stand? Let us know. Email us, Connor, CONOR, at WDWopinion.com. Reach out on social media. Let us know what your Circle 6 of hell is, or what your theme park hell is when it comes to Disney.
We'll even put up a tweet or something with some pre-baked language so you can just have, obviously, the first thing that would be in my hell is Stitch's Great Escape. And then you can continue the rest of your email.
Yes.
Just make sure that's in there or else we won't read it.
We won't read it.
We'll know that, yeah.
That has to be number one.
Obviously, Stitch's Great Escape is going to be there. Yeah. Or we're going to hell.
We're going to hell.
Well, a lot of stuff in Magic Kingdom. Why Magic Kingdom? I guess it's because the highs and the lows are so intense.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's just so much that it's because there's so much there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff that what you did was you took all the great stuff there and you made it awful. And then you took all the awful stuff there and you made it even more awful.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what we've done.
That's exactly what you did. It's kind of the same thing for me. All the good stuff has been turned awful.
Yeah, and it's that, like, and you've turned the good stuff awful is like that centerpiece of Disney World is Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
So if there's any place that you want it to be untarnished, you don't want your go-to place to be the place where it's hell. So of course we're going to make it terrible for you.
Exactly. But Magic Kingdom in itself isn't actually hell. It's an incredible place. Some might call it heaven, even.
It is, in the middle ground, the happiest place on earth.
In the middle ground, it is. But that's enough for Disney hell, because that's going to do it for us this week. As always, thank you so very much for listening to the show. Be sure to rate and review us on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and share the show with someone you think might enjoy it. If you liked what you heard today, then you've been listening to the WDW Opinion Podcast. If by chance you didn't like what you heard, then you've been listening to Ted's Radio Hour. For Hank, I'm Connor. We'll see you real soon.